What is going on, guys? It's Michael Pinetto with Tech Examined. Over the years, Switcheasy has definitely made impressions on the cases that they put out, from loud colors to unique designs. And I wanted to go over these three styles tonight to show you the differences, what they've gone through, and where they are now. So let's do this a little old school and get things started. So we're going to go a little old school here. I think the only thing I'm missing is the blue microfiber that Carlos used to do back in the day. And I know many of you are subscribed to me probably haven't even heard of Carlos. But he used to do a lot of these back in the day. So Switcheasy has been around since the beginning, the original iPhone. And really got big with the 3G and the 3GS and have gone through a lot of changes through the years. And I can say one thing, they've certainly got loud colors. And as you can look on their website, they do have some pretty loud colors and the cases that we're doing. So first thing we're going to take a look at is the numbers case. A lot of people have been asking me, how do these work with that iLume screen protector that I have on my phone? And because it does go all the way to the edge or more than other screen protectors, how does it fit? How is it working? Well, I can say that some of the speaking cases I've been trying out, it has been working just fine. But more on that later on. So we're going to try these out, and we're going to do real quick. I'm going to show you the number cases. We're going to show you the tones. And, of course, we're going to show you the ultra slim cases. There's a few more cases that Switcheasy did send me out. We'll hit those up in a later video. So let's open these up and show you what's inside and kind of talk about that stuff that comes inside the cases. So let's open them up. All right, so with these number cases, we do have the shock-absorbing rubber TPU style here. A little bit stiffer than most TPU cases. Everything is covered as far as the buttons go, and they even have the bottom portion covered as well. So very interesting end on that. Now, back in the day, we used to get a whole bunch of stuff with our Switcheasy cases. Screen protectors, microfibers, a case, like a stand for the docks and everything. That's it, guys. Nothing anymore. Now, I know a lot of the plugs that we used to get are now attached to it. I'm not too crazy about that. I kind of like the little pieces that plugged into it. Now, of course, you would lose them, so naturally people would probably like the idea that it is plugged in there. So, I guess beggars can't be choosers. I'm just kind of old school when it comes to that, because when you kind of put this in, you got to be careful that you have these pulled out as you're putting the case in itself. So you just work your way around there and plug the bottoms in as you get to where you're going. Now, of course, you see there, your microphone is opened up. You got your speakers which have the cutouts, and then everything else is covered up. And, of course, your vibrate switch is open. And on the back there, you got a nice cutout, real tight, and the black insert there to avoid any flashback with your camera. So we'll test that out as that goes. And like you see there, they've got the on-off switch or the sleep-awake button. They got a nice little tiny Switcheasy logo and their name right there. And that's pretty much it. Now, as you can see there, it does give, normally would give some lay on the table design there, and or lay on the table, but because of the screen protector, it does come up, and probably does tap the screen protector a little bit more. But you know what? That's what you got the screen protector for anyway. It might come up just a hair, but I would say no on that. But it fits. You got no issues with that, and it looks good, in my opinion. I like the color blue. The yellow might be a little bit loud for me, honestly, but it does look good. It does fit good in the hand, of course, being that TPU. I don't know how dirty that will get. I'd like to try them all out, but at the same time, I'd like to get back to you guys in a reasonable amount of time with these cases. But, like I said, these have been around for a long time as far as their designs go, but in the past I've had good luck with their products and whatnot. So those are the number cases. They work well with the screen protector. No issues there. Maybe a little less lay on the table than you can expect from a glass screen protector, as opposed to just like a standard screen shield that might be a little bit more flimsy. But does work. It looks good. Doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to it. The tactile feedback on these, as you can see, is good. Actually, I like that. That feels pretty good. I've tried other cases that might be a little bit tougher to do, but it's not too deep that you can't put your vibrate switch on there. And awake and sleep awake button is good. So we'll try that out. We'll see how that works. The bottom, when you take that plug out, might be a little bit tight for third-party connectors. We'll have to try that out. I have a couple third-party connectors on that. And same thing goes with the headphones. They're a little bit tight. So if you don't have a headphone that's got kind of a double bump on the end there to fit into that, you might have a problem with that. So just my first opinions on that and, first look. So let's check out the other cases that we got. Let's do the Tones case next. All right, so here we have the Tones cases that follow that design with the antenna bands on the back of the phone themselves. Now, they did start this up with the iPhone 4 when we had that design. Now, you've got the same idea here with the TPU, but they do go the multicolor here, like I said, to break it up a little bit. And man, that is a loud color, isn't it? Like I said, they don't shy away from colors on that. So, a little bit different. The inside is coated with this plastic shell. A lot more protection. It's a lot more rigid than the numbers case itself. I'll bring that in here, and you can kind of squeeze that on there. This one, you got that hard plastic on there along with the TPU or rubber on the side there to give you that feedback for your buttons. So let's just drop it in. Again, same thing. The buttons are attached down here, and you got to make sure that you take them out before you put your phone in, or you're going to have a problem getting that in there. So you're going to go ahead and push your headphone in there, which is a little bit tough getting in there. You got to kind of dig it in there, get it lined up with your fingernail before you put that in there. So, but it does go in. Same thing on the bottom here as far as your cutouts. You got to be a little bit more careful. See, I'm having an issue with that, getting that in there. There's a little bit of a piece there. You know what? I think that's supposed to be there anyway. Plugging that in. There we go. That's popped in there. Same thing with these. You might have an issue with that when it comes to third party, or we're in a plug that is a little bit wider than normal. So you might have an issue with that. As far as the volume rockers go, a little bit tougher on these. A little bit harder to do on that. Definitely not as nice as the numbers case. And as far as the screen goes, everything seems to be okay in there. Nothing's lifting on the screen shield. It looks like it's, again, right to the edge of the phone. Very little lay on the table design on that. I don't think you're going to have much of anything on there, if at all. Again, with this glass screen protector, you have that. And everything is pretty much the same as far as the cutouts go. On that, you just have that different tones design on this as well. So, again, fits with the glass screen shield and the full coverage that you got there. So if you're one that likes that and wants that full protection, you can do that. I can fit my finger in there and there's no problems. So I think this looks pretty good. I like this case. I wish the buttons would be a little bit more responsive, a little bit harder to do that when you're pushing those up. So that is a little bit tough there as far as they go, but same thing, reaching the vibrate switch, no problems with that. And like I said, the camera. Now you've got that hard shell on the back there, a lot more protection for your phone as far as these go. You might have better drop protection with that. So let's go ahead and check out the very, very ultra slim 0.35. On that and see what we got. Alright guys, so now we're dealing with the ultra slim case, which is ultra slim, ultra light, scratch resistant, 0.35 millimeters thick. So you are definitely not adding barely any kind of bulk to this as you're putting it on. Now the other cases were not that bad in my opinion, and no issues with that. I see how I kind of lifted that up there. I don't know if that was me or not on that. So the shield does lift. So if you got something on there that's not going to work with it, it's not been on there long enough that it won't do that. So there it is. It's on there, and it's definitely thin. You're basically adding nothing on that. In fact, you can see through the back of that right there, and you're definitely getting a very minimal protection on that. So much so that you can see everything on there as far as that goes. Now you've got your scratch protection on there as far as the back goes, but drop protection, very, very minimal on that. So you very well could have a bad time, as some would say, on that. But your buttons are all open, easy to get to, obviously, and because this is so thin, no problems reaching anything at all. A very, very tight cutout for your camera. In fact, so much so, so thin that the camera actually still protrudes just a little bit off the back there. So that's actually pretty crazy. And your sleep-wake button is open as well on that. Now, of course, you have no protection across the bottom here like you do at the top. So that's completely open. Everything at the bottom is open. No problem with headphones or third-party connectors as far as they go. And that's the slim, ultra slim case there. As a matter of fact, it's so funny. That's actually sliding on the screen shield itself on that. So it's definitely not coming up over the edge there like the other ones. So you're definitely getting a very minimalistic feel to that. So if you're someone that likes that, as far as the protection goes for scratch, you got a damn thin case there to where you're getting what you need. You're not adding any kind of bulk whatsoever. So, all right, guys. So those are the 3 style of cases I brought you tonight. You've got the ultra thin here at 0.35. You've got your number cases, which give you a little bit more protection. Maybe not as firm as the Tone collection, and gives you a little bit different style as far as that go. But very decent cases. I'm not too crazy about the colors on those, but it's something I guess I could get used to. I do like the orange on there. And, the white, and of course the blue, and then, the yellow is, pretty decent as far as standing out and whatnot. But they've got some pretty crazy colors on their website, and, those are the prices for each of those through, I believe they have them on Amazon. Shame on me for not checking it, but if I do, I'll put the link down below for you. If not, I'll put the link for their website where you can get these. So stick around. We got a few more cases from them coming up. And you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you in the next video.